Hi everyone, Joker Plays here, and if you saw my Doctor Doom plane video, well, you know I couldn't stop there. I went ahead and kicked it into gear a notch and went and built a vehicle as well. The other nice thing is that this can fly as well. Let's take it for a spin. It drives really easy, turns really easy, moves quickly. You have thrusters to help you. But more importantly, you could take to the skies. You can fly. You can turn. And when you get to your destination, you can land. And no worries, it's pretty solid. It is durable. It will wreck into everything without ruining your vehicle, and you are good to go. And more importantly, it has plenty of storage. As you can see, I've got 2 of the green chests. Well, that's because it goes with the color. And then we still got the 10 slot chest up front as well as storage. So plenty of storage on this vehicle. Now let's get to building. Alright, to start this build, we are going to put down a small car jack, and then we are going to build our foundation. Normally we use a lot of the standard vehicle pieces, but I have found myself to using a lot of frost pine as my base simply because of the strength, and well, you can fall out of the sky and it's going to be okay. So here we go. We're going to place 2 of the 8 by floor pieces, and we're going to get some of the 16 by 2. Place it here, 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 and then we are going to go back to the 8 by and do that once again for the 3rd layer. What this does is it sandwiches the layers. Eventually, if there ever becomes an issue with the way things mend together by it sandwiched, you're never going to have a hassle. So this is going to be our basic foundation that we will use. And then we will begin by doing the first sideways build. So we're going to put a foundation piece there off to the side. Grab a thruster. Place that right there, and then we're going to go ahead and get the chest of drawers there, or the, where is it here? The closet, as they call it. Rotate it, and we should be nice and flush with the bottom once again. So yes, we are, and then this piece is now done. From here, we will come back to the top. We are going to go ahead and get the heads-up display portion, which is the console. This is going to be similar to the airplane. Put that down, and now our front end is almost complete. We're going to go ahead and put some tables down. Here they are. So now we're going to put consecutive Doom coffee tables down the middle here. Okay, that is complete. And then we want to go ahead and put our medium driver's seat. So our medium driver's seat is in place. Now, for survival and expert world, you're going to need to have power centers. So I've found that putting the power centers here seems to be the best. So that is what I'm going to do. So power centers, 2 small there on either sides. Still allows you to sit in the vehicle. If you're unable to sit in the chair, then no big deal. That tells us we got to move this 1 slot back. So now we have the ability to sit. Good to go. And then if you look right here in the middle, we've got a 2x2 stud void here in the middle, which we're going to put our first balloon. Since we are right here, we're going to go ahead and put this. This is one of the activated balloons. We're going to put one activated large balloon right there. And then we're going to go down here. We're going to move to the bottom now, or to the back. And once again, we're going to do another sideways build. We're going to start by placing a foundation piece right there, so everything is nice and flush. And then we are going to put another thruster. Now that the thruster is in place, we can now put our last table. And that will also be flush with the bottom as well. So as you can tell, the theme here is flush. All right, so the tables are in place. Now the next thing we want to do is go ahead and put our chests. As mentioned before, we want to use the green chests. And one faces one direction, the other faces in the other. And when you look at the back, it makes this nice, cool little green T symbol, and the colors all match. So, perfect. Since I am back here, I am also going to go ahead and place my rear thrusters. And I'm going to be using small thrusters. If you wanted to add a third, you can. I like showing the green T symbol in the back. And so I'm going to keep that look for myself. So let's move on to tires. And to do the tires, we are going to be using large, and the rear tires need to be flush. So here it's flush here with the bottom, and you can see that the back of the tire is going to be equal to the back there. And what this does is if you set this correctly, you're going to have an appropriate turning radius. So I'm going to put this back tire, and then we're going to take a nap so that it's daylight again. All right, so that is nice and flush to the bottom, and the tires match. So let's make it daylight. Be right back. All right, it is now daylight, and our tires are in place. This one we will need to rotate since this is the front of our vehicle. And this is the rear, so this one is now spinning in the correct direction. Now for the orientation or the placement of this tire, you're going to want it to where the placement is flush with the bottom and flush with this face. Okay, so that may take a couple of attempts. We will find out here how well I do. And as you can see, first attempt is good. I am flush with the bottom, flush with the front there, so we're good to go. And we're going to see if we can go 2 for 2. And the answer is yes. Flush with the face, flush with the front, flush with the bottom. Everything is flush. We are good to go. Change the direction of this tire. Everything is good to go. The only last thing we need to do now here in the rear is we need to put some of our turning thrusters on. These ones in the rear will remain on channel 3 default, no big deal there. And then we are going to put these turning thrusters right here. So up a little bit in that corner. It's going to look like it's touching the tire a bit, but it's not touching the tire physically. And we're going to do the same thing right here. And that is good to go. Then we are going to do the same thing up front with another set of thrusters. These are going to be what's used for the assisting in turning as well. All right, the thrusters are in place, and now we're going to go ahead and program them. So this rear one, which is going to want to help us turn to the left, I use as channel 1. And this one's going to do the opposite. So this will be channel 2 to help us turn to the right. And kitty corner, this one's going to help to turn to the right, so that goes to channel 2, and this one wants to turn to the left, so that goes to channel 1. And this vehicle is nearly complete. One last thing is putting on some additional balloons. You have the option to hide the balloons, so if you want to use deployables, that is okay. Or you can use balloons that will stay the whole time. That is completely up to you. I'm putting deployable balloons in this particular case. So all 3 of mine are out of sight, out of mind. And this vehicle is now, it's built. So we're good to drop it. All right, looks like the tires went wonky, you know, like normal. So we're gonna restart. See you right back. All right, it is daytime. We are now back. We can walk around our vehicle just to make sure everything is in place and everything looks good. Of course, we have the chest up front, or the wardrobe. That gives us 10 slots, and we have 2 green chests in the backs, well, you know, keeping with the color scheme. And that gives us a total of 16 each of those, so that's a total of 32 storage in the back, an additional 10 in the front. So in this compact, smaller vehicle that has the capacity to fly, you have 42 slots of storage as well. And because we have power centers, you can build this in survival and or your, you know, expert world. So great little vehicle. Now let's hop in it. Make sure, turn to the right, good. Turn to the left, good. Go forward, good. Go backwards, good. And let's take it out for a spin. More importantly, let's take to the air. It flies. We're going to wait till we get to height, and then we're just going to drop it so you can see how well this does. So let's see, we're just about terminal height. We're going to let go of the balloons, and no damage. Drops real nice. So good to go. Let's take it in action. We have the balloons we can see now, and then test the controls. We can go to the right, go to the left, and go forward. So we have a fully functional vehicle that is now good to go. And if you happen to flip it, no big deal. It still allows you to go ahead and flip it using the seat trick. So I wanted to make sure you all see that all the functions work like normal. And this vehicle is good to go. So this will complement the airplane. And so if you built a Doom plane that I designed, or some of the other great talented builders have done as well, this is another good complement to it. So thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep gaming in your crosshairs. Hi everybody, I just wanted to take a moment and thank you all for watching the video. And if you have a moment, YouTube thinks that you're going to enjoy the videos you see on your screen. So if you get a chance, hit that like button first. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to get more great content as well. And until next time, thank you for watching. Have a good one.